Hey Joe, man, what are you up to?
Nothing much, man. Waiting for this internet to load.
Right?
Trying to connect to it, and it's taking forever, man.
Remember when it took forever? I just need this intro to load so we can get to the episode.
I know. I hope it loads though, man. It's taking forever.
It is taking forever. Hopefully it's loaded by now.
Yeah, hopefully.
Alright, let's get going.
Let's do it. Hey everybody, welcome to What the Show.
What's the show?
It's your host and hostester,
Dustin
and Joe.
Joe.
Today we are going to be talking about the struggles of the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, if you grew up in the 90s, you know it was not the best. Especially technology-wise. I got an iPad here, I'm sitting on a laptop.
Oh, we are spoiled.
Surrounded by DSLR cameras.
We are spoiled.
We had none of that.
None of that. It was dark times.
It was the dark ages of what we live in today, which is known as the technology age.
Is that really what it is?
It is now.
Alright, so Dustin and I came up with a few technologies, just like a little list of technologies, and we're going to kind of bring them up, talk about them, discuss them, talk about what we hated about them, what we loved about them, and just kind of vent, I guess.
Yeah. The worst part about growing up in the 90s.
Exactly.
Yeah, when it came to technology.
Exactly. So, alright, yeah. So without further ado, let's start the show.
Let's do it.
Alright, so the thing I have, one of my main pet peeves from back in the day, was internet. I could not stand the internet. It was a chore. And for those of you that don't know, they have Comcast now, and they're all chill. It's always connected.
Fios.
I was connecting through the phone line, and you kind of saw that in the intro, that little dial-up thing. But not only was that the worst, I think the worst part of it, for me, was my mom would always use the phone. And so I'd be in the middle of downloading or browsing something, and then all of a sudden, I'd lose my connection. And that was the worst.
Yeah, it was the worst. It took forever to load anything.
Yes.
And there wasn't anything to load.
Right, I know, right?
Like web pages with
this
like 0.3 megapixel thumbnails would take 20 minutes to load. It was the worst.
Forever. And there was no videos or anything. No GIFs even.
Yeah, GIFs didn't exist.
Dark.
GIFs are what I lived in. Yeah. That's what I do.
And this is a nerdy thing about me, but I used to back in the day download entire Dreamcast games. And
on dial-up?
On dial-up. Yes, on dial-up.
How?
And they were 700 megabytes. And I'd use these download managers, and they would stop and resume, and it would take me, for 700 megabytes, it would take me over a week. That's to download.
Gross.
Yeah, and I'd have it queued up, and I would just leave it running 24/7.
Could you use your computer for anything else besides that?
No, pretty much. And then you'd burn it to a disk, and we won't even get into it, but burning to a disk also took forever. They did these buffer underruns and stuff. How would you remember those? Oh, man, I'm getting
You're a nerd. You know more than about that stuff.
It was hard to burn the disks, too. Yeah. And then finally, yeah, it would work. But it took a week. And internet was horrible.
I'm surprised your hard drive even handle 700 megabytes.
I think I had a 500... No, I think
you did not have 500 gigs. No? My first computer had 2 gigs. It had a 2 gig hard drive.
So maybe it was around there.
It was solid state.
It was probably one game at a time.
Yeah. It was a solid state, like chocolate bar hard drive. It wasn't even a disc.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from Gateway.
Oh, man. Another thing I hated about the internet was we had, I don't know what the deal was, but with my family, we had a bunch. My dad would collect these stacks of these AOL CDs, right? Yeah. And you'd get, like, I think 10 hours free or 5 hours or something.
Did you use them?
Yes! I used them religiously. The moment they ran out, it was my job for the family to install the new one and get internet for everybody.
Oh, yeah, because you're the tech guy.
I was the little tech kid, yeah. My dad, he showed me how to do it once, and I would have to constantly re-up those discs. That was awful, in conclusion, just so you know. It was hard times. Alright, Dustin, you got one for us now?
Yeah. So, what's up,
hey!
Well, a big pet peeve, right? I love them, but I hate them at the same time, were digital cameras.
Digital cameras, really?
Yeah. I had like 0.3 megapixel digital cameras.
They really
take, with built-in memory, like maybe 56 megs of built-in memory.
Oh, okay.
So like on high, which is like 0.3 megabits or bytes, I don't know. It took like 25 pictures. So it was barely better than a film camera.
Yeah.
And the quality sucked, but they were awesome. Yeah, I had to bring it I can unload it when I got home.
Yeah.
On my humongous 2 gigabyte hard drive.
Okay.
Yeah, like I had old Logitech.
Yeah.
Shoots.
It took me a long time, probably not till college, till I started using cameras, like digital cameras.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, these were garbage. They had, they didn't have a viewfinder. Well, they had a viewfinder, like an analog viewfinder, but there was no screen on the back. It just told you how many pictures you had left. And like the battery. So. It was so bad.
So you're saying they're not like our iPhone 7s?
No, they're not. They're not like the ones we're shooting on. It's crazy.
It's crazy? Yeah, that is crazy.
I love them though. Like I carry them everywhere, but they're such a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I had this Nikon Coolpix back in the day.
Oh, nice.
And it was decent. It was like 3 megapixels, I think.
Yeah.
But it got what I needed. I was only taking I was a kid. I was only taking like silly pictures.
Yeah, that's what we
But
did.
I wasn't trying to I wasn't pushing the technology.
Yeah, no.
You were
I was all up on those digital cameras.
That's awesome, though.
But they're garbage.
Yeah.
They're straight up garbage. And then when they started coming out, they started taking SD cards.
Yeah.
But like a 256 meg SD card would cost $100.
Ooh, yeah.
And then how many 3 megapixel pictures you put on there? 50 tops? They're barely better than film cameras.
I remember back in the day there was a conversation too. I think I had it with my dad, but no, I don't know it was with my dad. It was with a teacher, I think. Okay. And they said that they're like, well, digital cameras will never get to the same level as film. I remember that distinctly. They're like, they'll never catch up. And now, it's crazy now, right?
Yeah. Now I'm shooting on a full-frame digital camera, recording to 128 gigabyte
right.
SD cards.
Gluttonous.
That cost me like $30.
Technology.
Yeah, it is gluttonous. It's gross, but it's fantastic.
Exactly.
I couldn't live without my digital cameras.
Yeah.
Back then too, they were garbage.
All right, so here's mine. I think a lot of you guys remember it. VHS tapes.
Yeah.
And yeah, yeah, exactly. You know what I mean.
Even back then, I had 100 of them.
Yeah, I had tons of them, and I used to record. I used to have one of those giant camcorders and record movies on them all the time. But yeah, the struggles, like for one of the big struggles that I had, my parents used to go to Blockbuster, get all the movies, and if you guys don't remember, some people probably don't know what Blockbuster is, which is so sad. It's not sad, it's just it is what it is.
It's a meme. No.
Exactly.
Look it up.
What? So when I used to go to Blockbuster, we'd rent movies, and you'd get charged $5 if you didn't rewind the film. Please be kind, rewind.
Yeah.
You'd have to rewind the VHS tape before you returned it. And so that was my duty, and my mom bought me a tape rewinder. One of those things, yeah.
Did it look like a race car?
Yeah. No, mine didn't look like a race car. Mine just looked like silver. But it looks like a VCR. And I had stacks of them, and I would just have to rewind not all day, but it would take a good 10 minutes.
While you're spending all day downloading, all week.
Rewind.
Downloading Dreamcast games. Right. They put you to work rewinding videotapes.
Exactly. Oh, and remember the quality too is just
every time you watch a VHS tape, it degrades.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I never really thought about that.
Yeah, even new old stock of VHS, like if you get an unopened copy of Jurassic Park, it's gonna look horrible. Just because it's been sitting and it's been bad.
Yeah. I remember I'd play the beginning of I didn't have Jurassic Park, I had Home Alone, and you'd play the intro, and every time you play the intro, I'd be like, because I think that was where I always started over and over, and it got so.
I found a way to beat the system though, right? So I got a job when I was 13, literally just to buy a TV and 2 VCRs.
Okay.
So I'd go to this place, it was called Movies with 2 O's. Yeah. It was like Blockbuster competitor, and I'd rent a tape, and I'd bring it back the next day, but I'd just copy it that night.
Oh, thief.
Yeah, I'd plug one VCR into the back of the other one, hit play, record, put down.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Oh, man.
I always tried selling them, too, but nobody wanted them. I don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, the VHS tapes were the hard one. They're the worst.
Yeah.
They're great, and you couldn't even get movies when they came out.
No.
Like a movie came out to Blockbuster, and then it was like $100 if you wanted it.
Yeah.
Because they weren't sold retail.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, you could cover that little... This is like whatever. You can cover that little tab, and you can re-record over it.
Yeah, record that.
Yeah, that was a secret move. I thought it was so cool.
Or you take off that tab on your wedding video or some junk like that.
You could tape over it.
Dustin's football game.
That's funny, man. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, VHS tapes. What a world.
All right. What do you got, sir? You got one more for us?
So again, this is something I love, but I hate it at the same time. And it's something that's been completely replaced today with my phone.
Really? Okay.
The Game Gear.
Game Gear?
Yeah.
Game Gear? No! Game Gear, it's not replaced. You got Nintendo DS.
Game Gear was awesome.
Game Gear was awesome.
But it took 8 batteries. And they lasted 25 minutes. I lived with my dad. My mother lived in Northeast Philadelphia. Yeah. So it was an hour and a half away from my house.
Yeah.
I would have to buy a pack of 24 batteries, and I burned through 6 of them just on the drive up there.
What? Alright.
Yeah, it was horrible. And I did have a lot of games, I had 12 games. But still, I had to carry around 12 little cartridges.
I had a case. Did you not have a cool case?
I had a cool case.
It was giant neoprene, you'd zip it open.
Yeah.
And, okay, so this isn't, he struggled. I had the Game Gear rechargeable batteries that you could plug into the car outlet lighter.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
I'm just fancy. But, so you plug them into the car outlet, and there were 6 each, and they're strapped together, and you could just charge them with a car adapter. And I had 2 sets of them, so I could just go on.
This guy over here. I'm driving into the inner city with my batteries.
Yacht
and the thing was like this big too, but it was like that thick.
And it would get hot. I don't know
so
my hands would sweat.
And the games sucked.
The games did suck.
I mean, the Sonic games were always solid.
Yeah, the Sonic games are good.
But I had like Mortal Kombat 2. I can't remember other garbage. But I had other stuff. Echo was good. Yeah, Echo was good.
Also, do you remember? Okay, so proportional to the size of the system, the screen was like
this maybe like 2 by 2.
The system's this big.
It was square too. It wasn't even. I don't think it was even 4x3.
No,
it was a square screen.
Yeah.
But it was backlit, which is why I didn't like Game Boy, because I couldn't play Game Boy in the car.
Yes, that's right.
Without an accessory.
That's right. That's awesome. Yeah.
So those were the struggles. Like I couldn't play on my phone while it's plugged in to travel to my mom's for an hour and a half. I had to conserve batteries.
Yeah.
And I was a kid. That crap was expensive.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I guess you had to buy your own batteries. The struggles.
I don't know where they came from.
Yeah.
But no one got me the rechargeable ones. That's for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I just play on my iPhone all the time.
Yeah. But they do have Nintendo DS and other things now.
Yeah, but still, those are easier now than they were.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like, the Game Gear is the proto iPhone, proto everything.
That's true.
And then what did DS games come on? SD cards?
Yeah, or you can download them in the App Store.
Yeah, what, they got hard drives in them? It ain't the same. It ain't the same. You kids got it easy.
True. All right, so there you have it. Those are the struggles. The struggles are real.
They are real. It was real. And
it was hard times, so dark.
I still
dark
think about how bad it was.
It was like living in black and white, pretty much.
Yeah, in low res.
In low res and buffering. Not even buffering, just.
Yeah, it was bad news.
It was awful.
Bad news. What did you guys? What was the struggles when you were a kid? Anybody grow up around the same time as we did? There's gotta be crap out there.
Yeah, you guys have. There has to be more than just the few that we listed.
Yeah, come on.
But yeah, we'd love to hear them. And yeah, make sure you guys stick around for more great episodes. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, all 3 of those. Do it to it.
Stick around, and we'll catch you next time on
What the Show?
What the Show.
Yeah.
Whoop!
Yeah, Game Gear.
Yeah, Game Gear was awful, man. Dude, I had a really good floppy disk story.
We were late to the game.
So Windows 95 came on, I think it was 20 floppy disks.
How
and
is that
you'd stick one in, and you'd wait probably like 15 minutes, and then say stick the next disk in.
Did it prompt you?
2 out of 20, yeah.